Now we will talk in general about the process flow of decentralized procedure, that is DCP. So applicant chooses one country as reference member state when making its application for marketing authorization. DCP process is quite challenging and ton of timelines is to be met. The process starts with the pre-submission step that encompasses all application and pre-procedure formalities. Once the analysis is done, RMS reference member state starts the procedure and the days countdown start. So ये जो process है वो start होता है pre-submission step से. Pre-submission step में you are basically giving them all the applications and whatever pre-procedure formalities are there. Once they do the analysis on what is submitted to the RMS reference member state जो है वो start करता है procedure और वहाँ से आपका countdown start होता है. It is important to bear in mind that the centralized procedure flow comprises up to 270 days procedure. Sorry, decentralized procedure. This thing is written wrongly. It is decentralized procedure flow comprises of 270 days. So हम ऊपर के उसमें पढ़ चुके थे. So flow comprises of 270 days plus a closing time of 30 days. In the final step is the market authorization in all chosen member states. It is simultaneously enabling simultaneous marketing for the medicine and reducing administrative and regulatory burden. तो because of this, भले ही उसमें initial time ज़्यादा लग रहा है, पर imagine it that आप पहले एक रेफरेंस को दे रहे हो, फिर अलग को दोगे, फिर वो रिव्यू करके आपको ऑथराइजेशन देंगे. उससे अच्छा कि दिस रिड्यूसेस द ओवरऑल टाइम एंड बर्डन, दैट इज एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एंड रेगुलेटरी बर्डन ऑफ ईच कंट्री. So this is a simple flowchart given on the internet that it consists of pre-submission, पहले पढ़ा, फिर assessment step 1, preparation of responses, assessment step 2, second assessment, closure of procedure and national step. So let's read in an overview because इसका डिटेल तो हम अभी समझने वाले हैं. तो प्री सबमिशन में क्या होता है, मोटा मोटी देखते हैं कि एप्लीकेंट डिस्कशन विद RMS रेफरेंस मेंबर स्टेट. RMS एलोकेट करता है प्रोसीजर नंबर, आप सबमिट करते हो डोजियर RMS को एंड देन पर्टिकुलरली साइमल्टेनियसली टू द CMCs. Creation of the products in CT's database, pre-procedural steps, valid submission of the application, RMS starts the procedure. Then आती assessment 1, preparation of the response if this step comes. Then आता assessment 2, second assessment, closure of the procedure and national step. This is a general diagram. If you want to take screenshot of it, you can take screenshot. However, this will be studied in detail in the coming lectures. So that's why I'm just like overviewing and skipping it for the later lecture. Then next is an application is submitted to competent authorities of each member state where their market authorization is to be sought. The information like quality, efficacy and safety, administrative information also shall be submitted, and a list of all concerned state members CMCs and one member state to act as reference member state. So that is also you provide. A draft assessment report of the medical product is prepared under CMC and RMS. So they'll prepare a draft assessment report, validate the application within a time frame of 14 days. The RMS prepare a draft summary of product characteristics, labeling and package leaflet within 120 days. So this is labeling. And can be approved within 90 days. However, if a medicinal product are supposed to cause potential serious to the public health, then competent authorities competent authorities will inform to other CMSs or RMS an applicant, and the decision in this regard will take another 30 days. Within 60 days of the communication of the points of disagreements, all member states reach to an agreement on action to be taken. After reaching to an agreement of member states, the RMS records the agreements and informs the applicant. However, if the member states could not reach an agreement, then Committee for Medicinal Product for Human Use intervenes and take the final decision, keeping in view the written or oral explanation given by the applicant. Now, why did I just read it through? Is because I want you to understand the language here. Okay, take keywords if you want. What they're trying to say here will be studied in detail down the line. Okay, what they're saying is basically that whoever wishes to, out of 27 EUs, I want to apply in 5 EUs. So I will send a application to them seeking the market authorization. And information like quality, efficacy and safety administrative information shall also be submitted. And a list of all concerned member states, short CMCS, important word है, concerned member state, it will come further down the line, and one member state to act as reference member state. This reference member state will mainly do the all tasks. However, the decision is harmonized, like it is a group decision, not just reference member state, but this will take the lead action in reviewing and assessing the application. So out of these 5 states, one will act as RMS and the remaining 4 will act as concerned member state. I always forget the acronym for C here. I'm giving you the example. फिर आता है कि एक ड्राफ्ट असेसमेंट रिपोर्ट बनाएगा RMS एंड दैट विल बी सेंड टू CMS फॉर रिव्यू. वहाँ से वो वैलिडेट होकर आएगा. फिर RMS एक ड्राफ्ट रिपोर्ट बनाएगा, समरी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, लेबलिंग, पैकेज, लीफलेट, ऑल द इम्पॉर्टेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन रिलेटेड टू द ड्रग अंडर स्टडी. उसके टाइमलाइंस दिए हैं. टाइमलाइंस हम एज पर गाइडलाइंस देखेंगे. सो हम अभी टाइमलाइंस को यहाँ पे नहीं पढ़ रहे. अब अगर उसमें ऐसा होता है कि एक प्रोडक्ट ऐसा है विच कैन कॉज अ पोटेंशियल सीरियस साइड इफेक्ट, of to the public health, then competent authority will inform the concerned member state, RMS and applicant, and the decision regarding this will be taken. Again, it will take 30 days. If in case like the RMS records the agreements taken between RMS and the concerned member states and inform the applicant, and if the member state could not reach to the agreement, then CHMP intervenes and take the final decision. Also, it's not that they're of European Commission and they are also a part of this regulatory process, so they will be biased. No, they will have an unbiased opinion. They will regard all of the view of the applicants, whether written or oral explanation. Then because we were studying about the process related to decentralized procedure, so decentralized procedure consists of basically 5 steps. Okay, so this is very important. Take a screenshot if you want. Decentralized procedure is divided into 5 steps. What are those 5 steps? First is validation step. Okay, whatever documents they would be submitting initially to the RMS, that all will be validated. Then there is assessment step 1, assessment step 2. So this is easy to remember. The common part here is assessment. I am not in favor of mugging up, but just to get a generalized idea, because when you will understand each step, there will be no need to muggify any of the steps. Then there is discussion and at the coordination group level if needed. Okay, so discussions, if suppose RMS or CMS does not agree with one point with the applicant, then there will be 2 back and forth discussion. And then final is the national marketing authorization step. So what are all these steps we'll be studying in detail. Next is procedure leading to decentralized procedure. What happens that decentralized procedure is sought after? So triggering by a member state. They are talking about a condition where the decentralized procedure is triggered by whom? Is triggered by a member state. So according to Article 17.2 of Directive 2001/83 EC, where a member state receives an application for market authorization, हमारे member state के किसी भी member state के पास एक market authorization application आती है, and notes that another marketing authorization application for the same medicinal product is being examined in another member state, and when the particular member state receives this application, they realize that the same application is under review under a different member state. So the member state concerned, ये वाला जो member state है, shall decline to assess the application, मना कर देगा, and shall remind the applicant that the decentralized procedure as per Article 27 to 39 of Directive 2001/83 EC applies. C. There could be a condition. आपने apply किया था एक को, दूसरे को. When the second one saw that the first member state already has the same application under review, they can decline, stating the clause that you can go for decentralized procedure. So the member state which already has started the examination will normally be the future reference member state. So this is the case we are talking where the applicant was unaware, and by default then the first member state which had started or begun with the examination will be the RMS, the initial one. It is within the responsibility of the reference member state either to continue or restart the procedure. So that depends on RMS whether they want to continue with the same speed or they want to restart the process, because they received the information that another member state also has received the same application of the same medicinal product by the same applicant and it is pending under their review. Okay, so they can say that chalo fir se shuru karte, or they can continue, and at the end they'll give the updates. So as soon as the reference member state has prepared a draft assessment report, now this is of importance. As soon as the reference member state has prepared draft assessment report, a draft summary of product characteristic, a draft labeling and package leaflet, the reference member state shall follow it to the concerned member state and to the applicant proposing the starting date for the procedure. So यहाँ पे RMS का एक बहुत key important role बताया है कि that it is actually RMS's responsibility कि वो क्या prepare करेगा. They'll prepare इन्होंने बोला draft assessment report, overall assessment report as per their regulation and judgment. They'll prepare draft assessment report. They will prepare draft summary of product characteristic. What all product characteristic are, उसका summary prepare करेगा. Thirdly, it will prepare draft labeling and package leaflet. So draft labeling, this is what we studied earlier as well, and draft package leaflet, ये सब draft prepare करके he will share all these to the concerned member state, whoever was listed by the applicant, and it will also the reference member state shall forward it to concerned member state and to the applicant as well, proposing the starting date of the procedure. And also they will plus the applicant, obviously applicant को तो हर information रहेगी अब कहाँ उनकी application पहुँची, with the start date of the procedure, that हमने इस date से start किया, so that they could have a tracking. The coordinating group has published a member state standard operating procedure. Okay, so this is, if you want to see this, you can search on Google. So initiation by the applicant according to Article 28(1) of Directive 201/83 EC, with a view to granting of a marketing authorization for a medicinal product in more than one member state, and where no marketing authorization has been granted in the community for that medicinal product, has no MMA has been granted in the community for that medicinal product, an applicant shall submit an application based on identical dossier in these member states, designating one member state as reference member state, and for the details you can look up this article. So अब यहाँ पे क्या इनिशिएशन बात हुई थी ट्रिगरिंग बाय अ मेंबर स्टेट, और यहाँ पे बात हुआ है कि एप्लीकेंट ने ट्रिगर किया क्या डीसीपी प्रोसेस, जो हम ऊपर से पढ़ते आ रहे हैं अभी तक, कि उसको पता है कि मेरा ये प्रोडक्ट यूरोप के किसी भी कंट्री में ऑथराइज नहीं हुआ है, this particular product by the same applicant. So he will go for this procedure. So he will submit an application based on an identical dossier in these member state, designating, और वो ही designate करेगा एक member state को as a reference member state. Now discussion with the reference member state. So these are very good guidelines, and you know this ready-made material is not given anywhere, guys, not even in the courses that you are being taught. ऐसे कोई लाइन बाय लाइन रीड करके हाईलाइट करके आपको समझाएगा. they'll give just a summary of it in a flow chart pattern.
Continued in next part of video.